just for curiosity, I am going to check the output of some of the 5-volt devices which I have here. I am using this multimeter for that, and a couple of crocodile clips, and this cable. This is a USB cable. You can see that I have bad one end of the USB cable so that you can see a red one end of the USB cable has been bad, so that you can see this red and black leads. Those are the ones which will carry power. The other two are for data, which I do not need for this experiment. I will be checking the output of this power bank, and 1, 2, 3, 4 types of USB output devices. This one is the power supply of my speaker, Ampli speaker. All the other three are meant for charging mobile phones. Now I'll see how it is. First I'll check the supply voltage. You can see that the supply voltage is 220, 22. Slight variation is there. Now it's more clear. Morning when I checked, it is about 240, 45 and all. That was when there would have been very little load in the circuit, because most of the persons would not have been using electricity much. But now it's a time when a lot of electricity is being used at home as well as anywhere else. So the voltage is much lesser. You can see that I have kept the selector at 750 volt range AC. Now I am checking the output of the power bank. It is shown as just 2.4 volts. Reason would be simple. I have not charged it for a few days. It has been kept idle, and most probably the charge has drained off. I just tested in the lower range also. Earlier I kept it in the 20 volt range DC. Now I am keeping it in a lower range. In that range, of course, it does not read because it is above the range. You can see when this vertical one is seen, it is above the range. Now I am testing one adapter here. This is one adapter, telephone charger. You can see that the voltage is 5.43. 5.43 volts. This is a telephone charger, that is mobile phone charger. You can see that this is the charger, and you can see output is, the voltage is 5.25 volts. Now I am testing another adapter. It reads 5.17 volts. This is actually the power supply for my Ampli speaker, which I use for my computer. When I want to listen music in the computer, I use this power supply. The output is 5.17. This one is meant for a 16 watt Ampli speaker. This is another adapter of the same type. You can see the voltage is 5.19 volts. All these tests have been done without load, because measuring voltage will not take much charge from the, or rather current from the devices. Multimeter will not consume much of a current from the devices. To test the on-load performance, I need a USB hub. This is a USB hub which I will be using to test the on-load performance. You can see that the current voltage is 5.19 volts. It has not changed much after connecting the USB hub. You can see that it is same. I have just connected the hub. I have not connected a load. Now I am trying to charge the power bank, which I saw that has a low voltage earlier. When I connected it, there was a slight drop to about 5.13. That was very transient. But after that, you can see that the voltage is almost stable now. 5.17, 5.18 range. Only very minimal fall from the 5.19 volt while this was not being charged. So the device has a fairly good regulation over there. Now I am checking another device, that is the power supply of my Ampli speaker. That shows 5.03. So with this device, you can see that it was earlier 5.18 or so. So there is a significant fall in the voltage while the power bank is being charged. So the regulation is not as good as the previous device. This telephone charger is interesting. Instead of a decrease in voltage, I am seeing an increase in voltage. You can see 5.26 volts when the power bank is being charged. Just for counter checking, I have removed the charger from the power bank to see what happens. You can see that the power bank is not being charged now. And interestingly, the voltage has dropped from 5.26 to 5.18 and 19. So this was a paradoxical increase. I'll show it once again. Now I have connected it once again, and you can see that the voltage is increasing to 5.26. But these are all minimal changes. It's only in the second decimal point that we are seeing the changes, and not in the first decimal point much. Anyway, that is interesting for me.